Hey, Jake, you got your St. Patrick's Day hat on. Is that
That's
a
right.
broad brim or is that just what is that?
No, it's a narrow brim. No,
Narrow
it's
brim. Okay.
no,
All
it's just
right.
a fedora. It lights up, but the batteries are dead, and some would say it's too small. Uh, I'm, I'm not sure if I agree.
Huh. It lights up. That's amazing. What kind of batteries does it take? AAA? Or is it like those
No,
fancy,
like one
like,
of those watch batteries. I
yeah,
got
like a
it
nickel
several
or a
years
dime?
ago. Yeah,
CR2032A.
that's right.
Not to
Yeah.
brag, but I've memorized a few batteries in my day.
Wow, I have two. Just the ones that are double A, triple A. That's about
Nice.
it. Those are the only two. Those are the only.
Okay. All right. B, C, D. I don't think they have a B battery. What's going on? Has anybody done a bit about that? What's the B
Yeah.
battery? Did
D-
it
Dim-
explode in a fire?
Dimitri Martin did a bit about B batteries.
No
Yeah,
way.
it's very fun. It's years old at this point, but he's like the reason that there's no B batteries is because people will think that you just stuttered if you're asking for B batteries.
Ah,
B
that's really
batteries.
good.
Yeah,
That's great.
yeah, yeah.
Man, that's terrific. What a small world, man. Dimitri Martin, Tyler Hittner, who this is a secret. Maybe it will be out by the time this is released, but he's part of Vail Comedy Festival this year. He's
Nice.
opening for Dimitri Martin next week. Very cool for him. Yeah, very
Very cool.
exciting. At a Coventry, Rhode Island. Everybody check out Tyler Hittner. Uh, man, that's wild.
Yeah,
Battery operated hat. That's pretty cool.
I know.
Huh. Uh, I've been doing tape reviews, Jake,
How many
for
have you
Vail
done?
Comedy Festival. When you get rejected from Vail Comedy Festival, I think we did this last week. Somebody said that it was like the nicest rejection letter
Yep.
they'd ever gotten, and so I've been going through the tape reviews, almost done with them, and I was gonna tie something into the hat stuff, but now I've lost it.
How many are you doing?
I do about 50 a year. So I've
Ooh,
done like
ooh.
200 in the last few years. They're very short. They're 10 minutes long. I watch the tape for 5 minutes. I give 5 minutes of feedback.
Yeah,
And it's really it's helpful for me.
yeah,
You know, I see a lot of some good comedy, some bad comedy,
yeah,
all kinds of comedy. And it's fun too because I get to like, I'll give tags and stuff to people if they want
yeah.
them. And
What are some of the trends you're seeing?
yeah, great question. So like a lot of people, I'll tell them you need a more professional recording.
Mm,
So like the audio can be bad. Sometimes the video is good. Sometimes the video is awful. You can tell it's just like a partner in the back holding a phone and it's like rotating around and you hear the margarita blender going off and people ordering chicken fingers and uh, that's pretty common. I would say another common trend this year that I haven't noticed in past years is people when I'm saying it to them, I always struggle to say it politely, but I'll just lay it on
sure.
here. They're great for about 2 minutes, and then
Mm,
it tails off. 2 to
yeah,
3 minutes, and it's almost like they only have 2 to 3 minutes of a material so
yeah,
far. And give them a couple years, I'm sure they're gonna stretch that out, and they'll have 5 minutes of great material. But if you were to chart how funny their set was, it starts high and it dips down towards the end, which isn't
yeah,
really what you want.
yeah. I saw a local comic who was in that boat recently, did 10 minutes, and I don't think he's that good. I don't think I would never book him for anything. I think he's terrible. I don't think he works very hard. He's a bad person. Nobody likes this guy. I'll
Okay.
let you know his name in the Patreon.
Okay.
But like he's just a terrible person and really a bad comic. And I was shocked that he was booked on a show ever. I mean, if anybody ever pays to see him do comedy, I feel bad for that person.
Boy,
Um,
we're laying it on here. Can't wait to get this name.
so I mean, seeing him for more than 1 second, really, I mean, he's not pleasant to look at. Really has nothing going on for him.
Good Lord.
Yeah, and I'm not judging. I'm not judging. I just think he's a bad person. Um, but the so he got 10 minutes recently, and he crushed for like 4.5, 5 minutes, and I'm like, he's turned a corner. He's
Nice.
finally worth something. And then it just hit a wall, and he
Oh,
ended so pitiful, which was, I don't know.
You loved it. Don't
It's
lie.
hard not to love it. It's hard not to absolutely love it.
Oh, that's hilarious. And another thing that's pretty common is I like, and it's just personal preference. I like to see some of the audience in a
Mhm.
tape because if you can't see the audience at all, you don't know if the laughter is juiced. You know, if they just added a
Ooh,
laugh track. Because if you can see the audience, you see their like shoulders moving and their head shaking. Sometimes we even get tapes where you can see the audience and there's like people playing on their phones the
yeah.
entire set. So when I can't see the audience, I get suspicious of what's actually going on in that tape.
Have you ever juiced a video?
I don't maybe like in the first year,
Okay, all right.
uh,
I don't see. The thing is the
I mean,
audio
I
has
will
got
say, can I say this though?
more.
More recently, I have in the sense that like if you marry the
Yeah,
audience audio with the microphone audio,
yeah.
technically on a technicality that is juicing
Oh,
because
I don't know.
I
I
don't
mean,
know either.
I think juicing has at least a negative connotation, but the thing is you were in that room. Like I've done shows where I've been in the room and my recording is in the back, and then you watch it later, and you're like, that didn't work really well. And I've posted a few clips recently, and I've gotten kind of the similar vibe of like, that was really funny. What's wrong with this audience? And I'm like,
Mm,
no, no, no. That crushed in the room. That was really
wow.
funny in the room too. It's
Yeah,
just this audio is kind of weird. That sometimes you'll get like the club will give you the audio, and it's from the soundboard, so you can hear your voice really, really distinctively, and
right.
basically nothing else.
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
So
Totally. Yeah, I mean, the thing you realize over time is if you have to juice your tape, you're not ready.
yeah,
And so, if I did that for one tape in my first year,
yeah,
maybe I did to try to apply to a festival that I didn't get into anyways, it didn't really do me any favors.
yeah,
But,
yeah. Fun.
um,
Have you been to Panda Express recently?
it's been a very long time, years.
Man, me too. I have not been for years.
And now
Absolutely.
they're serving Italian food.
Oh my, you would not. I mean, the meatballs at Panda Express. Uh,
They're made out of
the
panda meat. They gotta be good.
oh my goodness.
So tender.
Yeah, you can really taste the extinction. Um, um, but because I mean, the reason I don't go to Panda Express is not there's no one not really close to my house, but there is a Chinese place close to my house, so I get Chinese place from the local place. Pretty common, whatever.
Okay.
I was in Asheville not terribly long ago, and I'm like, I drove right past the Panda Express, so it's one of those things where you get to town a little bit early, you go check out where the venue is, and then they're like, okay, now let's go have dinner. I went to the Panda Express for dinner. So good, unbelievably good. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like Panda Express does not deserve to be as good as it is. It is, I mean, mind blowing. It's been weeks, and I'm still thinking about Panda Express. I've had it one
What's your
time.
go-to order? What are you
Yeah.
getting?
Oh, oh, I get my my go-to order is shamefully simple. I get orange chicken and white rice. That's it.
Okay.
So no, I'm not messing with no lo mein, no fried rice, nothing fancy, just the orange
It's
chicken.
got your 3 basic food groups.
Yeah,
4 basic food groups,
yep,
excuse me. It's got carbs,
carbs.
it's got protein in the chicken,
Yep.
it's got sugar, which is
Oh,
important in every meal,
lots
and
of
it's
it.
got orange.
It's got orange. Yep. It's got orange. Oh my goodness, very delectable. And I mean, the show in Asheville was fun, and I was able to do a show with my friend, but it wasn't a great turnout. And you can be like, hey, that wasn't the best of times, but Panda Express more than made up for it.
Yeah,
I
I
hope that
feel that. When you're on the road sometimes, it can be
yeah,
kinda sad, and you need
yeah,
something to hang on to. Maybe you ran into a root beer float that was
yeah,
incredible on this long, boring drive.
yeah,
You gotta cherry pick the positives
yeah.
sometimes in comedy.
Or orange pick them and then put it in a chicken. You know.
Or pick them up very slowly with chopsticks and keep dropping them.
Oh man, I gave up on chopsticks a long time ago. I mean, this is
Too
America.
slow. Get
This is
me a shovel, says Big
yeah,
Jake.
it's like, golly. Who am
Uh,
I trying to impress with chopsticks? I'll eat sushi like an ape. I don't care.
so we used to do a segment, Mark is an idiot. We're coming back to it. So I do this 4-night run with Raanan Hershberg. And first night is in Idaho Springs. So it kind of has a small turnout, small town, but filled the room and super fun show. And I'm paying headliners now by check. I used to mail a check through the mail, through bill pay. It was easier for accounting. And too many people were complaining. And if they had never worked with me before, I could feel some like distrust. Like, am I getting paid? I don't really know. And I didn't like that. I want people to really feel well taken care of. So people had been asking for paper checks for the first time in my life, my adult life. I ordered a checkbook. You
Yeah,
know, I haven't had a checkbook in 25 years probably.
yeah,
Uh, and so I have these checks and I'm very careful with them because I don't want somebody, I don't know, I'm not comfortable with them yet. So I don't want somebody to steal one and overwrite it. And because I bonus a lot of comics, I don't fill it in until
mm,
the end of the run.
yeah,
And so I realized I pick them up at the airport. I'm driving up to Idaho Springs. And at some point during the show, I realized I forgot to get the check out of the super secret vault and put the check where I put it during the run so I can fill it out later. And I'm like, shoot, I need to go back to Denver tonight. No big deal because Idaho Springs is only 30 miles away.
yeah.
And I'm like, oh, that's kind of nice. I can sleep in my own bed. And uh, I get some Panda Express in the fridge that I'm
Nice,
excited to
perfect.
eat before it goes bad. So I go all the way back to Denver, wake up the next day. I get a ton of work done. I'm like way more effective in my own like environment than I would have been in a hotel room and having to like run out to like a coffee shop to get a muffin or something. So I'm feeling good. I turn around, I drive all the way back up to Idaho Springs, pick up Raanan, and we head on to the Vail area. And then we had a show that night in Gypsum. And then I realized once we got to the Vail area, I dropped him off at the hotel where the show was Thursday night. And this is an atypical show for me. I think I've talked about this before. I have a goal to sell 200 tickets
Mhm.
somewhere. And I'm now doing weekend shows very occasionally. I've only done 2 of them, 2 Friday night shows in Vail. And this is in a hotel ballroom with low ceilings at the Manor Vale up in Vail, Colorado. And as I'm dropping Raanan off at the Manor Vale, I realize when I have this big room, I have 2 tall tower speakers,
Mm,
and I only have 1 in my car because my regular configuration is 1 of these speakers, and I do it for like up to 100 people. But anything over 100, I like to have 2 of them, and I have
yeah,
a special cable that connects them. And I'm like, I'm now 100 miles from Denver. And I'm
yeah,
like, I have to drive all the way back to Denver tonight. So at the end of the Gypsum show, which is 2.5 hours from Denver, way
yeah,
farther than 100 miles away,
yeah.
I drive Ron on back, I drop him off, and I drive all the way back to Denver. I get home 12:30 a.m., get up in the morning, pack all my stuff, drive all the way back. Found a way. I do rear speakers. This is like what a hack for indie showrunners. Have a speaker in the back of the room if you're in like a brewery or something where people might get drunk and chatty. So I
Mm,
have this like fancy setup where it's like a wireless connection. It's a Bose system. And so I got the tall speaker and I got a smaller speaker on a pole and it wirelessly connects and it syncs perfectly. And the sound is like, it's as good as a Panda Express order. It is
nice.
outstanding.
Yeah,
And anytime I start losing your attention, I'm just going to slip in the words Panda
and
Express, and you're right back with a
right back.
smile and a chuckle.
Yeah, we're into it.
So I have two of these speakers because during the festival we don't have overlapping shows, but it's easier to have 2 of things so we don't have to run them across the town.
Mhm.
And so because I had extra room in my car, I brought the second speaker and for the rear, and I figured out a way to what's the word I'm looking for? Like tag team these
Mhm.
2 speakers. I basically ran an XLR cable between them. And so now I have speakers in the front and speakers in the back. And so anyways, this segment's I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot because I did a 4-night run where I round trip to Denver almost every night.
Yeah.
And then as the big punchline, at the end of the show, I'm breaking down everything. And I realized that the big speaker that I drove all the way up there for the microphone had not been turned on the entire show. It had been playing music before and after the show. There's separate volume controls. I couldn't believe it.
Such a bummer.
So, Mark is an idiot. Is back and bigger than ever.
Oh man. Wow. Well, that's you know, that's what it is, man. I did a show in Dalton, Georgia, which is outside of Chattanooga, and I was the only comedian, and like literally the only. I mean, but it was like kind of a real show. It was they set it off over to the side. They have it like, hey, the country club is now a comedy club for the night, and they try to really, you know, make it nice, but have no like. No, we're not going to have an opener. We're just going to have the guy come up. And this is the same place where last year, they've had me 2 years in a row. And last year, no microphone. The microphone just went out as the person is bringing me this. Hey, so we're going to have her. Oh, that doesn't work. Oh, anyway, we'll just do it without a microphone. Come on, Jake. Like, that's like, all right. Well, we're going to do it without a microphone now. So that was a whole thing. But.
That's wild. That's wild, man. So how long was that set without a microphone?
Ooh, without a mic, that was over an hour. That was probably 75 minutes, something like that.
Good
so
Lord.
Yeah, I know. It was it was you get a little tired because I was projecting. I was trying to project into the room as much as you could.
Sure.
But
it's brutal. I've had gigs where I would have been better off not using the microphone.
Yeah.
And I've since resolved to occasionally do that if the sound system is so bad. Actually, there was one where I didn't use the microphone.
Huh.
I would go in and out. The microphone was like inconsistent. It would work for a while, then it would stop working, and I would just not use it. And the opener didn't do that, and it was so bad. Like when the microphone was bad, it was like Fisher Price something. I mean, you couldn't understand. It was like a airplane announcement kind of thing. So.
Yeah, it's tough when microphone. I've had a microphone situation recently, and the guy was like, "It works great. It works great whenever we're." I mean, yeah, but you set up a stage, you have things different configured. You know, you use it for like basketball games. It was in a gym. You know, you could use it for basketball announcing. You don't use it to talk for 40 minutes at a time.
Yeah,
it's a totally different thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
so a little update. I mentioned trying to sell 200 tickets. At that show, we had capacity for 200. It's a conference room adjacent to another conference room. There was nobody in the rear conference room. There's an air wall you can open up, and we had the space, but we basically got close to 150. But we didn't get to 200, which is kind of a bummer. And on that note, this weekend is the big theater run in Nebraska.
That's right.
So Kearney, Nebraska, 350 seater. We passed 50 tickets today, but there's only 3 days to go.
Nice.
And I still think we'll get to around 100, but I really wanted to get to 200. And then the 850 seater, we're closer to 40 tickets. It's like 40 and change.
That is the day after, or is that like a couple weeks away?
It's the day after. It's a Friday night, 350, Saturday night, 850, Sunday night brewery.
Yeah.
And Wednesday, Thursday is in Avon and Vail, which are up in the mountains in Colorado.
Okay,
So.
I have a thought.
Okay.
And it's about a theme group to we've talked about these before. Board teachers is one.
Sure.
Teachers, bad moms. We've talked about this. I thought of one. It hit me like
Panda Express enthusiasts.
You're not far off.
Orange chicken hilarity.
You're not far.
Chopsticks are dumb.
It hit me after like out of the blue, and I'm like, is this a great idea? And then I wrote it down, and then like I looked at it a little while later. I'm like, this might be a stupid idea.
Okay,
so
let's hear it.
We're testing this.
This could be a new segment. Jake throws out idiotic ideas.
This might be an absolutely ridiculous idea. But I'd like to hear. So the issue that I'm running into, it's not that big of an issue, but is Louisville is in Kentucky. Kentucky is in this weird spot where it's kind of Midwest and it's kind of South.
Okay.
And so to kind of to brand in this area is a little tricky. Because would I say I'm like a Southern comedian? I have no accent at all, right?
Okay.
Derek Stroop can say he's Southern all day long. Makes sense. He opens his mouth. That guy's Southern.
Yeah.
I have no Southern. I sound more Midwestern, but I live in Kentucky. But I'm not super Midwestern either, because I'm not, nice or anything. Like when comedians are bad, I like to tell them.
What's a Southern Midwesterner? Southwest?
Yes, it's a
Southwesterner?
Oh, I don't even, but I've heard it this way. I've heard it this way that Kentucky is part of the South, and Indiana is definitely the Midwest,
Okay.
and Louisville right there on the edge of the Midwest and the South. So it's kind of a foot in both camps sort of thing, which I like. I'm for it. Anyway, I'm trying to. My group would be basically guys like me. And try to sell it like that.
Okay. Mean Midwesterners.
Well, no. I'm nice. And
oh, you are nice. I thought you just said you weren't nice.
No, I'm not.
You're confusing. I know that much.
So here's the group name that will soon be sweeping the country. Country Fed Comedy. The Country Fed Comedy Crew. So big boys.
Is it fat people? Is that what you're saying?
You don't have to be fat necessarily, but just like a good country fed boy. Not you.
I see what we're looking for. We're looking for a tour I can put together. I'm Jake right now. A tour I can put together that excludes Mark. How do we get something?
Definitely not Mark. But if Mark put on a few, could be Mark, right?
Okay.
Like if there's not but like I'm thinking, how would I be described?
Yeah, I hear you.
And I think a lot of people would describe me as a big fella. Some people might. Sure. The 6'8" kind of.
How about huge and hilarious?
Yes. Well, I don't want to. So I don't. Me particularly am big in all senses. I'm just a big guy.
Yeah.
But,
like a short, fat person isn't huge. Is that what you're going to say?
No, they're different. They're country fed, right? They're just like, they just got a good appetite.
What if they're from the city? What if they got fat on Panda Express?
They still got, they still got that country food, right? They still did biscuits and gravy. They're still in there with the cornbread. I don't
know if they are. They might be going to Panda Express 7 days a week.
No. Not the guys that would be invited on this. We're not talking. I mean, this is not a food court body. Right, this is a cornbread potluck body, right? Maybe that's it. Maybe it's potluck. Maybe it's all about the potluck.
Yeah, gravy.
Yeah, gravy.
Biscuits and laughs. Biscuits and
yeah. Huh. But I like the country. Like my parents. I'm in the city. I'm a city dweller, but that doesn't mean you eat city foods, if your parents are country people, that's what you got fed. So that was
I'm not against it. It's not terrible.
Yeah. I've thought about
I do think logistically it would be difficult because you need a really big car.
You would need a big car.
Your gas mileage would
your gas mileage is going to be rough. The tire
your food budget would be out of control.
You'd have to put like each ticket would be $15 plus $8 to cover new tires and the buffet.
Yes.
For each person just to kind of chip in.
Yeah.
So the idea, I loved the Blue Collar Comedy Tour. Absolutely loved it, and I've got a friend of mine who's now doing this white collar comedy. One guy's a doctor, another guy was a teacher, and I think another guy was a lawyer. And I'm like, okay, white collar, whatever, I get it. But I think blue collar, if they just did it again, they probably have it trademarked. I'm sure you can't just say, hey, we're the new blue collar guys. But I'm a little bit on the blue collar side. I had a blue collar job for a few years. I mean,
Okay.
I can talk to him more than Ron White for sure. And Larry the Cable Guy is not even a real person. So
Yeah. I mean, do
very
you
funny.
have some people picked out?
No, no,
Okay.
it's just
Fluffy? Maybe
no,
he's
not that
available.
big. No, he's not definitely not gettable. No, no, no. I'm talking about, and this is the thing. I think you would fit in this same boat where if somebody came to see me on stage and I was part of a theme show, so like they're coming to the show because the board teachers or the whatever are in town. They know it's a comedy show, but they don't know any of the comedians. They listen to me for 20
Yeah.
minutes. They're going to have a good time.
Yep.
They're going to like it,
Hmm.
even though they've never heard of me.
Yep.
Right? I could deliver. That's what a feature is, right? You walk out. You didn't. My name wasn't on the ticket, but you enjoyed when I was on stage.
Yeah.
You know. So,
Um, let me pitch you a slightly different angle.
okay.
What if instead of same name, what was the name you had? Country Fed?
Country Fed.
Yeah, yeah. So country food comedy. I'm just changing
Yeah,
slightly the letters. Country food comedy.
yeah,
And they don't have to be big people. They can be
yeah,
anybody who enjoys country food. And
yeah,
here's the catch. Remember when we were touring through the South and we had that great barbecue
yeah,
restaurant? We
yeah.
rent out barbecue restaurants
Mm.
and it's like dinner and a show. So the
Oh,
venue gets a lot of money.
yeah.
We get to eat some good food
Oh my god.
and everybody's happy. So it's people who like good food and comedy.
Interesting.
Any
Okay,
any
okay.
shape, size, color, whatever.
Well, okay, well,
Any job.
hold on. We're cooking now, no
We are
pun intended.
cooking. Good pun.
But but, so I like this idea of, like, people that enjoy food and comedy,
Mhm.
but then that opens it up to people that are like you, who are not on the big side,
Sure.
but like there are foodies out there. There are people that are like, hey, I go to on like dietary, vacations. I had a friend who goes to different cities just to eat and like
Yeah, I
eating
get
all these
it.
different restaurants, but they're like nice restaurants.
Yeah, because most cities have a Panda Express. So I'll go to Indianapolis, eat at the Panda Express. I
Ooh,
travel to Miami, eat at who wants Cuban food?
who wants
Panda
Cuban?
Express in
Panda
Miami.
Express,
Go to
dude.
Georgia,
I
Panda Express.
I have done I mean, most of the time, if I'm in a city and they've got a specialty, I will try it.
Of course.
Like Boston, clam chowder in the bread bowl.
The bread bowl
Unbelievable.
is San Francisco, though. That's cultural appropriation.
I guess I've done it in both. I've done it in San Francisco. I've done it in Boston. I've enjoyed both.
Yeah. The clam chowder is better in Boston, but
Yeah,
the bread bowl is better in San
it's just
Francisco,
yeah,
in my
sourdough
opinion.
thing.
I mean, honestly, I mean, the move here is we go to a place like Moe's Original Barbecue
Yeah,
with 30 different locations, and we get them to sponsor the tour, and we
yeah,
do it at their restaurants all around the country. And even better would be if we could find like a breakfast or lunch place that wasn't open
yes,
at dinner, because then it wouldn't hurt their nighttime sales. But they do a special dinner thing that night, and you get a special menu. Maybe even the menu is like themed. You know, when you go to comedy clubs and they're like the chuckle chocolate cake or whatever. They're these
yeah,
terrible puns.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I
interesting.
kind of like it. All right, check this out, Jake. Good time of year right now. It's middle of March. It's St. Patrick's Day when we're recording this. I did a show the other night. I think it started around 8 p.m. You're not going to believe what you're about to see. Look at this right before the show started.
Is that the actual sunset?
That is the actual sunset out a roll-up garage door at a
Wow.
brewery. Can you see the stage on the left?
I can see the stage.
And the show started about 7 minutes after I took that picture.
That is an unbelievably
I,
beautiful sunset. That
it's
looks like a
unreal
photo.
with the
Yeah,
mountains outside, and it was the prettiest thing, and I could see it from stage while I was on that little stage.
yeah,
It was awesome. It was so cool. My only regret is I didn't get anybody to take a picture of me on stage
yeah,
while the sunset was gorgeous.
yeah.
Uh, yeah, comedy is amazing. Always something new and fun to
Mhm.
do.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
fun.
Which reminds me, that specific show, I gotta show you something. See if you can pull up All right. There's a website. We're going to joepraino.com. JoePraino.com. Joe Praino lives in LA. He was in Just for Laughs. He came and did a feature spot at that show with the beautiful podcast. And then click the About button on the top. You're gonna love this. It screams Big Jake Hovis to me.
Does it?
Are you
Okay.
there?
I am not there. Give me a second.
Okay.
I am not a strong speller, and you spelled it very quickly.
JoePraino.com. Boy, he's really getting some promotion on the Mark and
Yes.
Jake Try to Make It. He's about to get the Mark and Jake Try to Make It
Okay.
bump.
Perfect. Yeah, I'm
Click
there.
the About. Okay, for anybody who's listening to this, are you there?
Wow.
Yeah, it's an
Wow, that
infographic.
is-
It's unbelievable. It's right up Jake's autistic alley.
That is perfect.
Average words per show, 5,641.
Wow.
The second I saw it, my immediate reaction was, Jake is going to love this. And you should see his face right now. He's glowing more than when we talked about Panda Express.
Yes. Yeah, he also looks sad with this. Yeah, this looks, I mean, I don't know anything about this man, but the soulmates met in his lifetime, 0. He has that in there. So retiring from comedy in August, apparently, or retiring from comedy August of last year.
Okay. Well, he's still working. He
yeah.
did take my pay the other day. So anyways, I thought you'd like that.
That is fantastic. All right. Well,
people might
that
wanna
will
hear Jake
be
get
on my
excited
website.
about
by
something
the
other
end
than
of
food,
the day.
you know?
Yeah. Fantastic.
Oh, I got another update. Do you remember the Amazon thing where I bought the gimbal for the camera, but they sent me the wrong one. It was a cheaper version, and I returned it. And I was worried about returning it because you have to say what product you're returning, and the only option is the product you bought. But the thing I returned was like a third the price. They gave me the money back, $664 with taxes and fees and all that stuff. So it worked. I got the money back.
Yeah. Well,
So
that's
it's probably just going to ship out to somebody else.
Yeah. Dude, I have had I've had something stolen off my porch. And,
Porch Pirates, yeah.
And this will make sense in a second. And so I got into beef jerky, and I'm like, I'm into beef jerky now. I'm a jerky guy.
Okay.
And so I'm going to get my own dehydrator. And I was a school teacher at the time, so I bought a dehydrator. One of the bigger purchases of my life. I mean, this was like over $80.
Okay.
For a dehydrator.
Big
so
time.
I'm going all in.
You're going new. It's a new product.
Brand new dehydrator.
Okay.
And I am so excited. I'm keep refreshing the Amazon app to say, oh, it's close. Oh, it's 2 stops away, that sort of thing. And it gets delivered, and I get the notification it gets delivered. And it gets delivered. Well, I don't remember the exact times, maybe around 3:30, something like that.
Okay.
My wife gets home from work right around 4:15.
Okay.
And so in that space, it gets Porch Pirated.
Or the delivery person took it.
That's what I thought too, right? Because there's a picture on my doorstep of the item.
Now, wait a second. Is it in a generic cardboard box, or is it it's
a very obviously a dehydrator.
Okay.
So he puts it on I don't know. Maybe that's what he did. He took it to put it on my
I doubt it.
my doorstep, took the picture. Yes, it's been delivered. Let's take that now. That goes home with daddy. I don't know if that's what they did. But I get there and I'm like, what are we doing here? Where's my dehydrator? It just said it was delivered. I called the police. Guess who cares about that? The police don't. They don't care at all. Not even a little bit. I had this was in Aurora. In that same apartment, I got the back windows of my car smashed out for no reason.
Oh.
Someone just walked by and smashed both windows of my car. And I called the police. Police don't care about that either. All right, well. But I was able to get a new dehydrator, and I just waited at home, and they sent me a new one. So
nice.
It was nice.
That's good. That does make me a little nervous.
That they're like, hey, yeah, nobody would ever want 2 dehydrators. So this guy didn't get his dehydrator.
Yeah, I have a new. I'm working on. I think we talked about this once, where I want to be able to like fly with my show running equipment. So I bought a smaller spotlight,
Mm,
and I bought it off eBay because I didn't want to buy it new because I'm barely ever going to use it except when I'm flying around. And it's going to arrive when it's going to sit on my stoop for a couple days,
mm.
just because of my travel schedule. And I'm a little nervous about it, but hopefully it's still there.
See, I think at my house in Kentucky, I have a very nice system on my porch that I
Hmm.
don't think I'll get a porch pirate. Now, I could just get a Ring doorbell or some security and whatever, it'd be fine with it. But my wife decorates the porch a little bit, and she decorates it including with these like little crates, and one of the
Okay.
crates is face up. So the smart delivery drivers will just put the stuff in the crate.
Nice. So it's
So
not visible from
it
the
looks
curb.
exactly the same whether there's something there or not.
Got it.
And then if they just put it not in the crate, it just kind of blends in with all the stuff. It's not obvious there's something new on the porch. So okay, here's a dilemma. Here is a morality question, a
Okay.
responsibility question. So
Okay.
um, we had trash day is Monday,
Okay.
but Monday we also had like hurricane gusting winds, ridiculous winds. And
Okay.
so the trash truck came by, took my neighbor's trash, must have dropped a bag or one of the bags got ripped or whatever, and trash was blown all over my yard. That guy's trash. We know whose trash it is. It's that guy's trash on my yard,
Hmm.
and a lot of it. What now happens?
I just ignore it for 48 hours.
Okay.
And actually, as I think about that, probably what happens is it ends up getting blown into everybody's yard,
Yep.
and then we see who are good people. So I think that's what I'm going for.
So my thought was, hey, this is more or less an act of God. You know, if the bag just fell, he would have picked it up, put it back in his trash
Right.
can. But the fact that it was blowing everywhere is nobody's fault, right? If
What's
anybody,
the
if
weather
you're
like?
mad at anybody,
What's the weather like on the day you discover this?
I mean, it's the same. It's the Wednesday. It's the windy.
It's windy. Is it cold outside or is
Not
it?
really. It's not a bad day. So
I might use this as an excuse to. I've always wanted this to grab one of those like human arm extenders where you can pull the little trigger and pick things up. And I might walk around like I work at a baseball stadium
yeah,
and just pick up all the trash. And
that's
not only
ex-
would I feel like I'm a great human being, but
yeah,
I'd be excited because now I'm like I'm Inspector Gadget.
that's
I'm robotic.
exactly what I did. I
Ah, I
used
love
it
it.
I used it as an excuse to buy a litter picker, and
That's what they're called.
yeah. That's what I put in Amazon to get whatever I wanted. And the weird thing about litter pickers is they come in 2 packs. Like,
Okay.
hey,
Oh, so
you
we got a
want one?
second one. You can give it to me next time I visit.
So I got the litter picker, and then my wife and I just now. It took less than 5 minutes, and we picked up all of the trash.
Did you use
And
both of them?
yeah, we used both of them at the same time. You know,
That's
we
so
had
funny.
two. We had two. And it was there. It was obviously the bathroom trash because it had like pill
Oh,
bottles.
gross.
It had like some feminine stuff. I mean, it
Yeah.
was like you want
Yeah.
a little robot hand
Well,
for this.
here's the third thing I would do at this point is I would start taking pictures, and maybe there's a blackmail opportunity
Ooh,
here in the future.
yeah, I know that you are on Prozac. All right, not a sponsor. I don't know what Prozac is.
That's hilarious.
Oh
Well,
man,
you're a good person,
I
turns out.
know. Thank you. I
But
know. I know.
now wait a second. But did you have to wait for the litter picker to get delivered?
Yeah, but it got delivered like the next day. It got. I mean, between it
I'm not sure
being,
that's a great person right there. That's an okay person. You're
I'm,
kind of like my first response was wait 48 hours.
yeah,
Yours was wait 24 hours.
yeah. Well, I mean, I had to get the thing. I'm not going to go out there with my bare hand. So, but the day it happened, it wasn't that cold of a day. The next day, it was snowing a little bit and kind of cold,
Oh, good thing you took
and it
care
was
of
like,
it.
yeah. So and it was also when there's snow on the grass, the litter kind of blends in a little bit. But now, when we actually did it, everything is melted. And,
Yeah,
um,
nice.
okay, I have one other weird story.
Okay, let's hear it.
I have a headshot, like some people do, and in my headshot, I look great.
Okay.
It's a great headshot. It's kind of funny. Um, I've got my hand on my chin. I've got my friend of mine who won several Emmys. He took it for me. It was nice, and my hair is looking right on the money. And my hair was too long recently, and so I went to the Great Clips to get a cut, and I showed the lady at Great Clips my headshot, and I'm like, "Can you make my hair look like this? Like,
Mhm.
just make it look like this, please." And so she looks at it, and then she cuts it, does a great job. My hair looks great, and then she's kind
I
of
like how you didn't say not a sponsor after Great Clips.
yeah. I had a coupon, so they kind of sponsored. Um, my hair looks great. I was, very happy with everything. And she styled it a little bit, and she's like, "Wow, this haircut really suits you. How did you know that this would suit you so well?" I'm like, "Well, there's a picture of me with the haircut." Oh, I thought that was AI. I just love the idea of like I took a picture of myself all shaggy haired and
Mhm.
said, "Hey computer, what hair would look good on me?"
Right.
And it gave me
Yeah,
an,
that's the
an
prompt.
option,
That's
and
so
then I took
funny.
that to the haircut place and be like, "Make me look like this."
That's incredible.
So yeah,
Well,
that's the,
shout out to Great Clips, I guess.
yeah, I appreciate it.
Often right next door to Panda
Panda
Express.
Express.
That should be your big lifetime goal is to own a strip mall with a Great Clips and a Panda Express in it.
Ooh, if you had a
And you'd be in seventh heaven.
comedy club, great clips.
Oh, there you go,
Express.
even better. Yes. Yes.
Man,
Litter pickers are us
yeah.
in the, in the one that never rents.
Yep.
Okay, so we have a recurring segment over the next several weeks, should Mark do this comedy festival.
Ooh, you have another
And,
one.
little update. We've been talking about it on Patreon too.
Oh,
Very spicy on the Patreon. So
yeah.
everybody check out what we said. Patreon.com/Mark and Jake. Anyways, so I decided to do it. I said yes. And this is about a week ago. And so far, they have not put me on the website. They've not
Yep.
made any updates to the website. So we're getting more data that this I don't know that they're busy. Let's just say that.
Very busy.
You
Yeah.
don't want to throw them under the bus and say that it's not well run. But the festival's months from now. Who knows how often they're going to make.
But running a festival is so easy. And you more than anybody should know this. Like,
I'm gonna litter pick your head off. It's crazy. We're now 60 days and change away from the Vail Comedy Festival, and
yeah.
I'm working approximately 8 hours a day every single day. I can't
Ooh.
believe how much work that I forget this every year. I'm so dumb. I think, oh, it's gonna be so easy to throw this festival together. I've done it a bunch of times before, but like just today, I just give you an idea of some of the things I did. I'm trying to find a venue where we can have a special VIP event, and I'm trying to get a liquor distributor to donate some alcohol. That was like 1 to 2 hours right there. I'm trying to figure out how do we market, and it's my own fault. I added a film festival into this, and I got to design a poster for the film festival. I'm suddenly realizing. And on top of that, we're doing daily social posts to TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and X, plus website updates every single day at 10 a.m. Denver time that reveal another comedian. And this is
Yeah.
going to continue for another 11 days from here. And then after that, I got to reveal the movies for several days. It's like it never stops. There's so much going on. But I'm going to talk about this in the Patreon. I had the most amazing experience yesterday in another 8-hour workday. I can't wait to tell you about it in the Patreon. I'm going to tell you something amazing. We got to write this down somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm going to write it down so I don't forget. We're going to call it Festival Luck. I had incredible in year 5. I had the most amazing festival luck. But anyways, about this festival that's in the Southeast, I said yes. They have not updated the website. I reached out to 2 comics on the website to kind of work out some travel logistics. I think last week I said it was a 3-hour drive from the Atlanta airport. I was wrong. It's a 90-minute drive.
Oh,
So,
okay.
a little bit better.
Yeah, that's a lot better. I mean, that's something I would be okay with. I mean, not super jazzed about, but I'd be okay with asking somebody to drive me. But like a stranger driving you 3 hours, that can be a little bit,
Yeah, I did that at the Vermont Comedy Festival. I
Yeah.
picked up a stranger, and it was great. It was the short Jake kid that we talked about on. We recorded it last week. I don't know when it comes out. Which ironically, he called me just a couple days ago, like 6 months. We haven't really spoken, and he calls me out of the blue, and we had just taped an episode where I was talking about him, but it wasn't out yet. Anyways, good kid, and we spent 3 hours in the car each way.
Yeah,
Never didn't know him beforehand, but it was a great way. You can either get really lucky or really unlucky.
Yeah.
We've been on tour together now. I've crashed at his house. Like it's turned into something great.
Yeah, I had a show that got canceled, and the first it was on Tuesday, and the first show got canceled because of like some weather. It was in Virginia, and there were some weather issues. And then the week after it, they're like, "Hey, we're doing it, and then it got canceled kind of last second again. And then I don't know if they're going to do it again ever or not. But the thing I was going to do is the feature lives in Ohio somewhere. And so the plan was for him and me to meet in Charleston, West Virginia, and then drive 4 or 5 hours to the venue.
Okay.
Do the show, stay in the same hotel room.
And you've never met this person?
Never met him.
Okay.
Drive the next morning, drive the 4 or 5 hours back to our cars, and then separate. Never met him, never spoke to him, never seen his comedy. But I was like, yeah, I'll do that.
Oh, jeez. Can I this is a good time to say that it's unfair how much easier it is to be a comedian as a man than a woman.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's just like you can't. I mean, you just can't do that. I don't think
You could never do that. You could never do that, and you would never even consider doing that.
Huh. This is kind of fun. I love to talk about Denver stuff. I just heard yesterday that Hannah Jones. Do you know who Hannah Jones is?
Of course. Yeah.
She's moving to New York City. She's leaving Denver at the end of this month, a couple weeks.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, it's kind of that's a scary. That's a big leap. That does remind me. Okay, so I'm going to tease this for the Patreon as well. I teased it a couple weeks ago, but we never talked about it. I forgot all about it. But when I was editing the episodes, I realized that we didn't touch on it. I want to tell you, Jake, why I don't want to get passed by Comedy Works.
Yeah.
You remember me mentioning that? And then I never followed up on it. So we're going to talk about that in the Patreon. I'm going to write it down right now.
I'm going to tease the Patreon thing.
Okay, what do you got?
I got a little bit of a spicy story concerning Hannah Jones.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very funny comedian, and wish her the best. I do have a little bit of a spicy one.
Well, I think she's probably the comedian you were talking about earlier.
No. That guy, his name's Ben. His name's Ben. His first name is Ben, at least. He knows who he is.
Well, you look, everybody listening, you don't know what Jake is going to reveal. Go to the Patreon, patreon.com/Mark and Jake. It's only $5, everybody. $5. $5. We'd also, if we're talking, if we're breaking the fourth wall here, and we're talking to our customers, I would love it if you wrote anything in the comments.
Yeah.
I would love to engage in the comments. Ask a question. When I listen to these episodes, you wouldn't believe how often, Jake, we start to talk about something, go in a different direction, and never resolve the thing we started talking about.
Yeah.
Let us know. Let us know whatever happened with the guy who stole, didn't pay you at that gig or whatever. Let us type anything in the comments. Tell us your favorite Panda Express menu item, your go-to off-menu secret Panda Express order.
And if you are ordering anything but orange chicken at Panda Express, you need to reevaluate your life.
Are you what do you think about P.F. Chang's?
P.F. Chang's is awful.
Okay.
Yeah, not a
Worse
PF
than
Chang
Panda
or
Express? Is it just because it's more expensive?
well, that's part of it. First of all, like, we are taking a gigantic step down in quality. They get a little snooty in Panda Express. I mean, it's like, hey, you invited me in, and now all of a sudden I have to put a shirt on without holes. It's ridiculous. And they get real snooty at PF Chang's. I don't know who this PF is. I know what a panda
Well, the
is.
P is short for Panda Express.
Is it really?
No.
I'm a big fan of pandas.
No, it's
I
the
thought,
opposite, actually. PF Chang's did open a fast casual Chinese place. I forget what it was called. I don't think it did
yes,
very well, and I think it's gone
yes,
now.
I do think I remember that, and it wasn't nearly as good as Panda Express, and nothing ever is. Um, but yeah, I remember going there. I think I had a girl want me to take her there, and I finally did, and I was like, we should break up. So that's the
Not a
that's
lettuce wrap guy,
not a
everybody.
lot
Big
of
Jake
break.
Hovis, not a lettuce wrap guy.
I mean, lettuce wraps are fine, but I can make them better at
I
home.
mean, it's one of my favorite hack jokes is that PF Chang's is the best Chinese food made by Mexicans. It's a great joke. It's a great joke. I've heard it, I mean, I've heard it from PF Chang's staff people.
Yeah.
I'm sure I've told it at an open mic
Yeah.
here or there. It's a good one. So a while ago we talked about Fringe Fest. Do you remember that? I was applying and I was going to do like a one-person show. Who's got two thumbs and got into Fringe
No
Fest?
way. Wow.
This guy. So I have until April 1st. I have about 2 weeks to come up with a title and marketing material, which kind of boxes me in.
Yeah.
And then I think the whole thing, it's in June. I pulled kind of I kind of threw my elbows around with him because I kind of booked something this Saturday. It's like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Mhm.
And I think you get 3 shows. And they accepted me. And I wrote them back and I said, hey, I love this. I can't wait to do it. By the way, I'm no longer available that Saturday. Can we still move forward? And it took a little back and forth, but all they actually did was acknowledge that I'm not available Saturday. Exactly say they'd work around my schedule, but I think they got it, and they're gonna hopefully give me like Thursday, Friday, Sunday, or something like that. So
Nice.
I'm gonna drive up to. It's actually kind of interesting. Now that I'm doing these bigger shows and like times when Vail is busy, that's what I'm trying to do. That's my new like business model. I'm trying to be smart as a comedian. Oh my gosh, I got to tell another story. But first, Saturday, June, I think it's 3rd is what I'm talking about. It's during the GoPro Mountain Games. It's like one of the busiest non-ski times in Vail. And it's really fun. They got the dog jumps like into water. Have you ever seen that?
Oh, yeah.
Where they run and jump into like a swimming pool. That's one of the most popular things. They have these slackline competitions, the kayaking, and all kinds of fun stuff. And there's tons of people there. So I'm going to try and run a comedy show in that ballroom. We're trying to get it to 200 people the Saturday of GoPro Mountain Games. And so I'm going to zip up to Vail for Saturday and zip back down for my one-man show that is called... I'm going to edit that in later.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
I don't know what it is. The working title is ELI 48.
What did you sell them on? Like, what concept?
It's basically like old man shouts at the clouds. Like I'm getting older and I'm coming to grips with what is TikTok? What are all these young people doing? It's a coming of age story, I guess, because I have a lot of material about young people stink, and I'm old, so I'm trying to come up with like a narrative thread. We've talked about this a little bit. I'm trying to come up with a narrative, and hasn't been going great. What was I just gonna say a moment ago? Oh, so Raanan Hershberg, this past Saturday night at Breckenridge, Colorado. It's a 155-seat theater, the Eclipse Theater in Breckenridge, Colorado. I put a light rig in the back row that blocks 4 chairs. If you're good at math, I'm sorry, 153-seater. That leaves 149 seats available. Guess how many people we got in the theater on Saturday night?
I'm hoping 149.
150.
No
149, and we put somebody in a folding chair in the
my
like wheelchair aisle. Unbelievable, dude. Unbelievable.
Wow.
And mathematically incredible. This will really tickle you. So what we did was we had 2 people working the door. Somebody was checking people in, and they put them into like a bullpen area. It'd be like a group of 2 GAs, group of 4 VIPs, group of 6 GAs. And then I would go in and seat them and tell them exactly where to sit. You 4 go here, you 6 go here, you 2 go over here. And I had a little pocket where I kept putting the single people. And I told them, we might need to move you later. And then I would take them. Like I'd have a single seat somewhere, and I go back over to the single people, and I move them around. With 20 seats to go, we had a group of 7 come in. They all got to sit together. The entire theater, Jake, 149 people plus the 1 standing room person. Every group, no group got broken up.
Wow.
If we did that 100 times, I don't think it would happen another time like that. It was wild. And so we had I sold 3 standing room tickets for cash, and 2 people didn't show up in the whole theater. So 2 of the standing rooms I took to those empty chairs. And then the 3rd guy, I put a folding chair out for. And so once I got off stage, everybody got to sit. It was really awesome, man. I've lost so much money at that theater over the years. And I finally figured it out. It's all about spring break. So next year, the Saturday before St. Patrick's Day, I'll be back there for sure. I mean, it sold out at like 11 a.m. There were people begging for tickets all afternoon. It was really, really something. It's crazy how, and then zoom ahead to this next weekend, 850 person theater, and I'm having trouble getting to 50 tickets. No, I don't know what the secret is. You know what the best part of selling out that theater was? Turning off the Facebook and Instagram ads.
Oh, I bet.
I was spending a lot of money. It took me about a half an hour. I don't sell out a lot of shows, but about a half an hour after it sold out, I was like, oh, I can turn off the ads. So I only saved like half a day. It wasn't like a ton of money, but that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
What a great feeling to be able to turn off those ads. Yeah. That's great.
That's great, man.
Have you performed? Raanan's from Louisville, but he was long
I've never
gone.
performed with him. I've seen him in person, and there's this Jewish center down the road that has it's basically just a really fancy gym, but it has a big ballroom, and they were having them in town, and I don't know if I was supposed to pay. I don't know if they thought I was a member. I walked in, and they had a guy with a clipboard and said, "What's your name?" I told him my real name, and he's like, "All right, we'll go in." I don't know what happened. I didn't register or anything. Let
me just say real quick, if somebody wants to pull that in North Platte, Nebraska at the Fox Theater this weekend, even if you have 60 people with you, sure, come on in.
Yeah. And so we sat in this big ballroom, which is the worst for comedy. Huge ceilings, but he's very, very funny. So after the show, I didn't like hang out and go talk to him. I've never met him, but I'm a fan. I think he's very, very funny. So
I got a Raanan, Hershberg, and Derek Stroop connection to share with you in the patreon.com/Mark and Jake. Everybody's gonna want to hear it. And let's why don't we go into plugs?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Yeah. So you can go to bigjakecomedy.com. Hopefully I will have it updated to include some new numbers, like your boy Joe Praino.
Yes, Praino,
however we're saying that. And yeah, I've got a couple of fun shows coming up in Murray, Kentucky on April 11th. I don't know when this is coming out, but
March 30th.
March 30th. Oh, okay. So I've got the Spot in Lexington, headlining a decent amount in April. Including in Lexington and in Murray. So you can check out Big Jake Comedy.
Okay. Everybody, you can contact me. There's a contact form at markmasters.co for all your booking needs. If you want me to perform in your country food restaurant or Panda Express, I'm available. Also, since this is March 30th, let me tell you, go to ValeComedyShow.com and get your tickets for April 1st and April 2nd. We're in Avon, Colorado at the Lookout Bar in Weston, April 1st, no fooling, and April 2nd in Sarah's Lounge at Christiania Hotel. And both those shows have 2 nationally touring headliners on them. I've never done this before. I have Carmen Lynch, who has been on everything: Letterman, Fallon, Conan. You name a late night show, there's like 9 of them she's done. Comedy Cellar comic out of New York City, and I got Eddie Ift from Showtime. Comedy, he had as a Comedy Central half hour. So I'm actually a little nervous about navigating who goes last and how we're going to figure that out. But they know each other. They've when they were way younger, they toured overseas together. So this will be kind of a fun reunion of sorts. And then April 3rd and 4th, that weekend, I am featuring for Carmen Lynch at West River Comedy Club in Rapid City, South Dakota. I'm very excited to be up there. And we'll talk about the pay on the Patreon today, if anybody's interested. And then, yeah, that's about it. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Happy St. Patrick's Day. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.